And right back to our Medical Tuesday chat with Dr. Mike West, and we're talking about addiction to nicotine and smoking. We had a caller on the line, Richard, who asked about the first signs of lung disease, because we said those are part of the dangers of engaging in smoking. What are some of those first signs that people should be careful of?
So obviously anything related to the lungs could present with a cough. And quite often a cough is the first sign that something is not sitting right with the lungs. And that can be a cough. It doesn't necessarily need to be at a particular time. It doesn't need to have any particular qualities. But it would sort of, in the context of tobacco, would have some sort of temporal or time relation to the smoking.
Yeah.
Together with the cough, patients will also often complain of shortness of breath. So feeling out of breath after exertion. So for example, climbing upstairs or going for a short run. As the sort of pathology, I suppose, in the lungs worsens, patients may even become short of breath at rest or even while they're trying to sleep. Wow. And sometimes patients may experience sort of pain in their legs when they're walking, and that's sort of something called claudication. That's more of a sign, I guess, of sort of early vascular problems. But when one has early vascular problems, there's a high likelihood of also early lung problems as well. Yeah. And then other things like loss of weight could be quite a serious indicator.
We've got a caller on the line right now. Terry, good morning, all the way from Springs. Thank you very much for the call. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Excellent. What is your question or your comment to the doctor?
My question is, I've been smoking 40 cigarettes for 35 years. I'm diabetic, high blood pressure, cholesterol. How do I give up?
So you're talking about smoking 40 cigarettes a day for the past 35 years?
Yes.
All right, so there we go. How does she begin to stop?
Okay. So this is a patient, thank you for the call, it's a very, very good question. This is a patient who has essentially what we would call a 35-pack year history of smoking. Actually, no, 70-pack year history of smoking, because you've been smoking 2 packs a day for 35 years. Yes. So it may seem at the beginning very daunting, this prospect and idea may be very, very daunting of how do I quit?
Yes.
What I always say to patients is that don't worry about how at the beginning. The most important thing is that people can and do quit. Okay. And once you've accepted that, and once you can believe that, then we can start talking about the different interventions. And luckily, there's many, many, many different pharmacological and non-pharmacological interventions to treat smoking cessation. We've got our traditional nicotine replacement, so for example, the patches, the gums, lozenge, nose spray, throat spray, and there's probably one or two that I'm forgetting. We also sometimes make use of antidepressants, and there's certain antidepressants that are evidence-based in terms of smoking cessation. And then there are sort of over the last sort of 5 or 6 years, there's been an introduction of a drug into the market. I'll use the generic name. It's called varenicline, and any doctor would know about it. And this is a particular drug that has been designed specifically for the treatment of tobacco dependence and for achieving smoking abstinence. It is the first licensed medication in the world with that particular indication. It's a very, very effective medication and can improve one's chances of quitting by almost double. The sort of average chance of quitting without pharmacological intervention is about 5 to 10%. Yeah. So the sort of outcome rates are still relatively poor. But with enough attempts and with enough concerted effort, people can and do get better.
Let's take another quick call before we go to a break. I think we've got Eula on the line. Good morning, Eula.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you for your call. What is your question or your comment?
No, my comment is, I used to smoke for 30 years. I stopped 5 years ago, and I feel absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to get all my friends to stop because they've all got problems with their hearts. They have high cholesterol, but they just don't want to listen to me.
And what's been your secret, Eula?
I was outside one night because I never allowed anybody to smoke in the house.
Yes.
So I was outside, it was raining, and I thought, no, this is ridiculous. I went to the black bag, put the lighter and 18 cigarettes in the black bag, and that was it. But then I realized I needed my lighter to light my candles in the bedroom, so I had to go and scratch through the bag to get the lighter, and I thought, well, that is definitely no more.
So it was just a conscious decision that you made and that you kind of strongly developed over the years as well?
Yes, and I mean, I was quite a heavy smoker as well.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that.
I realized after I stopped smoking, and I smell people who do smoke, and I think to myself, oh my Lord, that's how I smelt.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us, Eula. We really do appreciate it. And of course, to all of you out there, you can also continue to give us a call, 083 9133 728. The doctor will still be in the hot seat right after this break.